one and all, welcome back to Fight Night here at Firestorm Games Cardiff. I am on my own currently because Jacko is kind of starting the round for us because we are short-handed tonight. But we're going to go straight over to the gameplay table. We have got Chris going to be fighting from the left with a Mira Monsters build, and Mason, not Mason, that's not right, he is going to be against Paul Fallon, who's playing Avalanche, which is interesting. So let's get that updated. Guys, just a quick reminder, I'm loving the banter, by the way, online, but we do have CACTIMANIA coming live from the 7th and 8th of December. Please join us for the end of year blah, as usual. Been enjoying the banter between everyone back and forth on both Facebook and also in the Discord. And Duff is here already. Duff, I won't pull a promo on you tonight, I promise. I'm sorry about that. That was too funny. I couldn't resist. So yes, just having a bit of a shout out from Jacko currently as what's happening, so just to get the results. Oh god, it's gonna be a night. 4 rounds of top play, people playing some really interesting decks in the room. Not much meta anymore because obviously we're at that stage where everyone just wants to play fun stuff. I'm hoping we can get Jack Taylor back on from last week, playing his our deck as we call it, where he just gets to steal everything the opponent has. He's done some tweaking, hopefully he can find some better success this week. Some other stuff in the room, we've got a lot of Mono Wind coming back and making a resurgence, which is quite interesting. I know Alex was playing it last week, but as well as Mason. I know Mason is this week, but I don't believe, well, at least I don't know if Alex is playing it this week, but we shall see. So yeah, had to put this one on first. We don't get Chris around here too frequently, but not only that, Paul approached and was like, hey, I'm playing Avalanche, it could be an interesting one, so we thought we'd have it round 1. It is shuffle up and play time. It's going to be good. No steel chairs involved this time, I hope. Still a room of 16 people. As I said, 4 rounds. And that is the start of round 1. Going for the cuts. Let's go. And here he is, the bespectacled beaut, even though, oh, he is wearing his glasses. Still hasn't grown any facial hair, though. But I am joined with Jacko.
I've got a little bit, that's about as much facial hair as you ever see on me.
Oh, mate, you gotta go better than that. You gotta leave it, like.
Get your microscope out, you might be able to see it.
There's a bit of, like, 5 o'clock shadow there, that's about it.
Alrighty, yeah, so we've got no TO tonight, so you have to bear with Fish and I hosting and commentating.
Yeah, go hands full.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Well, we're a nice, cool 16 players tonight, which puts a nice even 4 rounds, which is great. Yeah. I was a bit worried that, coming this close to new set, numbers would drop off, but 16's pretty solid.
Yeah, exactly that. Oh God, giving us War and Peace already, is it, Duff? Hang on, let me get some cards up and then we'll...
That is a long old message to read in the chat this early in the stream.
Yeah, and then we'll zoom in and enhance.
Well, so I'm going to let you read the absolute essay from the Duff Man.
Okay.
While I talk the viewers through what's actually happening on screen. And that is, we have Chris on a Monsters list on the left. Have you already talked through the matchup?
I have, a little bit, yes.
Excellent. Well, it's a nice clean opening with just the Lena and pass, and Paul going straight for that Barrett on Avalanche. So this is the party piece.
Oh, right, I'm gonna read this verbatim.
Go for it.
So, James Duff saying, the following message is from YYT. Well. Some mighty big talk from a group...
Well, hang on a sec, you've got to read it in Scottish accent.
I can't do that. Whose dreams of making worlds remain only that. While YYT will be represented by none other than Mick Moley. Yeah, okay. Even with being... us being a YYT member down between Stone Cold Steve Dolman, funny, and the Chaotic Crusaders known as the Buccaneers, the Dudley Duff, okay, and not to mention the rest of our squad. Be it one and all, it doesn't matter. Well, Duff, I appreciate it, but your promo still needs work, because...
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, there's a big old message to be reading.
Because, let's be fair, if there is only one Stone Cold, it certainly won't be Steve D, it'll be us looking at your suit. Ba-ba-ba-ba!
Alrighty, so Chris has gone in for a realm and getting his monsters set up. So, it looks like we've chosen a blue Anatomos. I'm assuming he realises that he is just deciding between which of those 2 he's actually going to grab.
Yeah, definitely needs his 1-drops out there.
Trying to think about which one not to grab, so he's going to go for the Piranha.
Just thinking, does he need more draw or does he need the activations?
Is going to go for the Atomos. So
it makes sense because it's one of those cards you can't play without it being used for Mira. So
I'm not sure why the Loporrit is face up in his hand. I don't know if he accidentally flipped that or not, but I missed that. I got distracted by the absolute mammoth message in the Twitch chat. So gone for the Piranha, and looks like we got anything else planned. So we've got Loporrit in hand, and we pass. So just probably explain to Paul what the Piranha does. So it's only a forward during Chris's turn. So any interaction Paul may have is going to be limited to during Chris's turn. And so Paul got quite the hand to play with. I can already see a Toto in there. That's not going to be the most useful thing in this matchup. And a Q6, I mean, he's got a wedge and a cloud in break zone, so going straight in for the area. So targeting the wedge and Tifa. Chris does have the Mist Dragon in hand and the CP to pay for it, and he's having a long, hard think.
It's whether he wants to bin his entire hand out for it, that's the question there. And he's decided not to.
Yeah, I think it's probably sensible. It would have cost your whole hand, and I think he's probably lining up that Tyro as actually wanting to play that next turn. So it's probably more important for his own setup to have the Tyro than it is to try to sort of stop Paul this early, especially as in the targets that he was getting off the Aerith weren't too crazy. It was just the Cloud, I think, and the wedge.
Yeah, I mean, you would like to probably reduce these numbers down as quickly as possible. But once we get Witch of the Fens online, a few more monsters like this, it's going to be real hard, I think, for the Avalanche to survive.
And Paul just getting his own Tyro set up and having a think about what he's going to grab. So going for the Jessie.
A beautiful full art Jessie there.
Yeah, so just having slowly assembling all of the Avalanche operatives that he can. He's going to leave him with 4 in hand. Are we going to see anything else from him this turn? I imagine not. Nah. Yep, and there's the pass of the turn. So
we don't really want to play out those Avalanche without the haste, so you still need that Barret.
Yeah, 100%.
It looks like we're going to be able to play that on curve next turn if possible. But Loporrit from Chris.
Yeah, so we're going to draw 2 and then decide which one we're going to send back to bottom of deck. So missed what he sent down there. So let's have a look. So it looks like he's still got the Mist Dragon and Tyro in hand. So having to think about if there's anything else we want to do. And just passes over. So yeah, very civilized opening this, just a Loporrit and pass. So it looks like Paul has got a Barret in hand, I think, from the looks of it. So are we going to try and pop off with a little Avalanche turn now?
It would be interesting if we could kind of slow down the water, because I believe... Well, no, because Wedge actually only breaks a 4-modal character, I believe, right?
Correct. So there's no obvious targets at the moment for Paul, but he does have that Jessie, so I wonder if he's hoping to maybe go into a Jessie turn, get himself a Cloud, or play that Cloud that we know he has in his hand.
Yeah. And the people's champ Jenny joined us in chat. Hey Jen, how is it going?
Welcome. You are missed as always, but glad to have you tuning in.
Yeah.
So Paul opting to pay from hand to play the Barret, probably because he now wants to use the odd CP from his 2 backups to play that Wedge and Jessie.
Yeah, and we are going to go for it. They have both got haste. We can at least get a party attack off, but to what effect, I don't really know.
Well, we will get the search of the Cloud, so it looks like the last card in Paul's hand is a... So yeah, I think no targets on the Wedge, but is going to be able to target on the Jessie, and it's going to search for a Cloud and add it to hand.
It is unfortunate. You probably would have preferred, if you were Paul there, to see the bigs. Yeah,
100%.
Start drawing a few more cards as well. And a Mist Dragon is a good hit.
Yeah, happy to see that go into damage. So that card is then going to go to hand. I can't imagine we'll see too much else. I know Aerith is going to go in as well. I guess it is slightly bigger. Hits a Aqua Tarasu. Okay.
That's a pretty good hit so far.
Yeah, for sure. So Chris got a handful of cards to play with here.
Certainly does. Is that Tyro on the top there, I believe?
Yeah, I believe he's got 2 Tyros and a Mist Dragon. Didn't quite see because of the glare the rest of the cards in his hand. So having a long and hard think about what he wants to do here. So both sort of equal footing on 2 backups apiece. I wonder if he's thinking about going a little bit. Is that a buffer saw?
Yeah. So
As if.
I believe Chris was saying early on that this was a sort of inspired from, I believe, an American list that did really well. So yeah, so there's a buffer saw.
So shout out to the Slice and Dice guys. Buffersaw got a lot of light in their recent podcast. I don't know if you listened to it, but they were chatting a lot about this Buffersaw, taking the piss a bit. But here we go, Modern 20 Opus 23, and the card is in a playable deck.
Yeah, and for
doing
reference,
just the thing it should be doing: discard for CP.
yeah. Well, there we go. Witch of the Fens is now out, and we do get the draw.
Yeah, Witch Defense, a really nice way of answering these Avalanche operatives, because a lot of them are all 7k, so Witch Defense just deals with them really nicely and efficiently.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, then,
but Paul does have Tyro out, so if we don't pull the trigger too quickly, a cloud could come down and take that Witch of the Fens away.
Yeah. And also, equally, at the moment, Chris doesn't have too many monsters. I mean, you're not really going to want to be sacking that Atomos. You probably maybe wouldn't mind sacking the Piranha, so this is our second cast, so yeah, there's the reactivation from Atomos. Interesting that we chose to get rid of the Blue Worm. I think Blue Worm would have been a really nice follow-up play to that reactivation, so
yeah, absolutely.
I wonder what he's got in hand that makes him want to keep it. I think we're about to find out.
Oh, and there's the Mira. So it could be that we're going to cycle some of these monsters back.
But yeah, I mean, this is the new one that when it enters you can choose a break zone if it's equal to less than the damage you received, so 2. So that's how he's going to be getting the Blue Worm out. So he's going to be playing it off the Mirror.
What's really nice is obviously that in conjunction with the Witch of the Fens here does mean we could even challenge the Barret by doing the power reduction on top of the stack and then the damage afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. So that gets around the Barret line of text. It doesn't take damage less than its power, so which is obviously reducing it by 7k first. So Paul looks like he's going to attempt to go straight into combat, giving Chris that window now at the start of combat.
Yeah. Doesn't really matter if we take out the Barret here, but it would be interesting. Like we probably could if we wanted LB Shantato, but I think Paul's not willing to sacrifice his entire LB deck yet.
So having a think.
Oh, there we go.
So
we're sacrificing the Blue one.
Yeah, choosing to pop the Jessie with the Witch of the Fens. Looks like he's doing the 2k with the Mirror.
Doesn't take the damage though.
So I think he's deciding. So it looks like he's going to do the 2k to the Aerith, knowing that he cannot do it to the Barret.
Jenny saying in chat there while we're waiting on the next play that she will be back next week for some CACTIMANIA training. Jen come up with a powerful promo to pull on these dastardly YYT guys who think they can come up in here and steal our belt, because that ain't happening. Cactuars all the way, baby.
Hopefully we'll have some exciting news next week, maybe some updates with McAvoy coming back. We'll be able to start to drop some little spoilers as to what some of the prizing may be.
Yes, beyond the championship belt there is some other prizes to be announced. Fortunately we can't say what they are yet, but I think they're quite tasty.
Indeed, and the Barret hitting in for damage, hitting the Une. Wedge hitting in as well. I have not got a Scooby-Doo what that last card of the hit damage is.
No, bit of glare and also going off the top of the screen there is unfortunate. But Paul now in a 4-0 lead. Problem we've got though is that he can take a few points of damage, but he's running out of cards to apply pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we've got 6 CP. She's going to flat out pay for the Cloud. So I wonder if we're going to use this Cloud now to try and pop this Witch of the Fens.
You'd like to think so, right? You take that out, deal the 10k there, play the Jessie back from breaks, I'm sorry, and away we go.
So Chris having a think as to whether he responds on top by pitching some monsters. Again, he's not got loads of monsters to ping off really, so the question does remain. So, do we see a Mist Dragon here to protect the Witch of the Fens from the damage?
Thinking about it, but that is a Toto in his hand there as well, right? I think we just let it die.
It's your first copy. I don't think we need to be trying too hard to protect this.
Okay.
So, and we opt to play the Tifa, not the Jessie. So Tifa's going to come in and it's going to target another cloud to search and put into hand.
I think we could quite easily, if we're Chris here, because the monsters, we can sacrifice a realm on the mirror, I believe. We could easily Toto next turn, and I think Paul will be in a world of hurt then.
So, and that's end of turn. So Chris is going to draw up now. So, having a bit of a think as to what we do here.
Let's go Toto.
I mean, he has got the Toto. It is rather tempting. You'll be losing 2 forwards, both of which are pretty efficient forwards to lose, and you'd be happy to play again. And you are getting rid of 5 forwards on the other side.
Yeah, not just that as well. We've got the Atmos there that is live, so we can reactivate and still play more.
I guess we will lose the Piranha as well.
Well, we're going to attack first, though.
Interesting. So going for the party attack, almost telegraphing the Toto, right? But I agree, I would have been tempted to do the Toto main phase 1.
Yeah.
And then go for an Atomos.
Well, Paul trying to preempt that, taking the block,
so
not allowing
Piranha
the damage.
dies, gets the draw off the Piranha. So swinging in with the Mira. I mean, don't be fooled here, Fallon. I think you could easily block with the Aerith here. You don't mind the Aerith dying.
Take the block, take the block, take the block.
It's a super efficient forward.
Yeah. And the Aerith is perfectly good on this block here. No damage done. I think Paul has read Chris perfectly. He knows that Toto is coming. And he wants no part of it. He's not giving away any free damage today.
Because Chris, if he'd done the Toto main phase, well, I guess what other... Could you have had a decent follow-up with the reactivation of his backups? But I guess you could have Toto'd, and then you could have, at 4 backups, you could have then maybe played a Luna Freya from your... I mean, there is the Toto. Could have maybe played like a Luna Freya from your LB deck. I don't know what EX Burst is running.
Well, I mean, we've already seen things like Tyro. We've seen things like the 6-drop Lev there. And I think we probably could have got something back from Break. So the Lev would have been a nice hit potentially.
So Paul can have a bit more freedom now that he's seen that Toto go.
Yeah, you say that though. I mean, he is on limited cards and very few backups. It is going to be awful interesting to see if he can claw his way back in. And we are...
Opus Vincent.
Wow, okay, so this could be interesting. I know when I saw this card spoiled, I wasn't happy with it. Warp 6 is mental.
Warp 6.
But the fact that we are playing FF7 cards does mean we'll probably see that a bit sooner than 6 turns. But, what was it, break 1 forward and 1 backup?
Exactly that. And yet to remove a warp counter every time a Cat 7 forward enters the field. So I think Paul just going through that for Chris's benefit now. I think this is the first time we've seen this legend on stream. So look at this, back-to-back weeks with debut legends. We had the young Examar last week, and now we've got Vincent.
Yeah, Jacob playing that really cool Vanat Examil deck, which I was really looking forward to seeing again. Sadly, he's not here tonight either.
Yeah, it was very cool.
But again, though, I was more interested to see the young Examil than I was to see Vincent, that's for certain. And I'm putting a prediction out there now. That mother doesn't see play.
What, the Vincent?
Yeah.
Well,
I reckon it does not enter field.
Immortalised.
Never enters field.
Immortalised on
on
YouTube forever. You will be able to view this video for as long as YouTube exists. And Vincent will be there.
Here's a question for you. Does 6-drop Leviathan stop the warp counters?
Does 6-drop Leviathan?
Not 6-drop, sorry. The Aquatrasu Leviathan.
As in...
This one.
The states that it comes from a forward.
Yeah.
I need to read it. Let's have a look. Maybe chat can help us out with this one as well.
Is it this one?
In the meantime, we've got a Leo into a Goblin, into a Mira, so it's rebuilding our board straight off the bat. Mira going to be playing a blue one, getting a draw, so just like that, Chris has built a big old board in response to that Shantoto initially.
Yeah. So yeah, do you reckon that stops the entry effect?
Triggered from a forward. I don't know if the auto ability counts as being triggered from the forward. It sounds like really silly to say that out loud, but I feel like it's coming from the keyword effect.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it?
But then equally, it kind of, those keywords, the keyword of warp does give invisible lines of text onto the forward. Yeah, great question. So the question was, Jenny, is can you use Leviathan to stop a forward entering for warp? Because basically forwards that have warp have a hidden text that when the warp counter gets to 0, play this onto the field. So I think you can Leviathan that auto ability.
Well, I don't think we're going to see that happen.
Well, you can definitely Amaterasu that auto ability.
Yeah, well, we're not. I don't know if we're going to see this happen though, because we are getting the LB Toto played out. We have paid the additional as well.
So yeah, opting to just straight up nuke all of this stuff. So probably thinking about in response, Goblin on the Mira, shooting the Shantoto for 2k, gonna get the draw. Might as well, got nothing to lose from doing that.
Yeah, sacrifice as much as you can, right? So, because we are going to lose the Atomos as well, which is unfortunate for Chris.
Yeah, pointing at that twice, you're really hoping that he had that in his hand.
He did though,
There they go, so that Leo goes back to LB deck.
And that is going to be all from Paul this
Yeah,
time.
I mean, with a single card left in hand,
Yeah.
does not surprise me. I mean, although he's behind on board, he's still 4 damage up. Now has the forward on board.
Yeah, absolutely scrambling though. I believe is Paul here. He needs to rebuild his board back up. Start seeing some of those avalanches ASAP.
Yeah, well, the way it's going, he needs to win. He needs to win quick because Chris does have a plethora of resources to play with. He's got an absolutely stacked full hand, 4 backups to Paul's 2. So
yeah, and this is only going to grow as well as time goes on. I feel like the only way Paul gets back into this game, or at least takes control back, is he needs Biggs, he needs Barrett, and he needs a third, probably a Jesse would be the ultimate combo, I would say. So
going for Blue Worm into Echidna. Targeting, I think 60p Lev is the only summon we've got in there. I think we've got 2 copies of 60p Lev. So I feel like we've got another copy of Mira in hand, is that?
That's going to be pretty devastating for Paul if that's the case, because we're going to get even more monsters out.
You also have Lena S. I wonder if we Lena S into which of the Fens here? You could even Lena S into Larcaicus.
Lots of options. He's still over cards in his hand as well.
Yeah.
He does need to be wary of that.
So just mapping things out. Make sure he wants to do this correctly.
Hey there, Calgary John. Yes, you are right. Some scruffian from up north came back in and thought they could, run their mouths a bit. Turns out they're just wrong, because the People's Champ entered the chat, and she's going to win those prizes. She's
silenced everybody.
Yeah, Jenny.
The aura that she admits.
Yeah, you do not mess with the People's Champ, and Jenny has already claimed she is walking away with them prizes with a simple one-statement question of, when do I find out about my prizes?
Yeah, exactly that.
A gift of the gab, does Jenny, that is for sure. But
alrighty, but in the meantime, we are still waiting patiently to see how Chris is going to follow up this. So we've seen the Blue Worm Echidna. He's still got, he's got... Do we see the Lena S? I think we are. Yep, there it is. So targeting is going to be the Witch of the Fens. So it's going to come in dull, going to get a draw.
Yeah, this card putting in a lot of work and a lot of decks this set.
Yeah, I mean, it's a seriously good card. Definitely a card that I think modern day Final Fantasy needed. Not the Witch of the Fens, the Lena, I mean.
Oh,
Witch
right,
of the Fens, modern day Final Fantasy definitely did not need.
What are you on about? Love it. Still need my third for that.
So, yeah.
I still feel like Lena, you're right, is an absolutely great card, but an unfortunate name clash.
I think it was the right name clash.
for certain backup lines, I'd agree. You know, things like King Tycoon is really nice, but oh, wow, we are hard casting a 6-drop Lev here.
So yeah, there goes Toto. Bye-bye. You're going to get the realm back to hand.
Could we get the realm back from hand?
Yeah. I'd say water.
No, I know, but wasn't realm removed from game?
I mean, he's got multiple copies of
Oh,
realm,
sure, okay. Sure. Well, we're going to see these...
So it looks like we're just going to flat out play a Kolka. Searching for maybe last copy of Barrett? Actually going for the bash.
Wow,
Interesting.
are we maybe thinking this is going into a long game, I need another backup?
Maybe.
I mean, if there's one way to deal some damage, it's definitely Harry Carey, apparently.
I mean, you've not got any points of damage on your side of the board as of yet, and I guess there is haste in the form of goblins, so you know you could in theory, but I'd be surprised if you're being attacked with the blue worm. So you're only really going to be taking 2 points of damage, probably at most next turn. So it still puts you ahead 4-2. So
and Chris does have to worry here because obviously it's quite easy for Avalanche to get 2 to 3 forwards out that have haste. So you know he does need to play a little bit on the cautious side, and he cannot let really this Witch of the Fens dies.
So that's just gonna hit a Polk, is that?
So,
no EX burst.
no, I don't think there's many EX bursts in Avalanche that would help though, right?
Well, I guess Tyro.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that could help Paul get right back into this.
Or Kusith would have been lovely. So blue worm draw. So we're now into main phase 2. Still got an absolutely stacked hand to play with here.
Yeah. Chris, I believe he said this is only his second game with this deck, so I think he's probably now realising, I have a lot of cards, what do I do with them?
Well, fair play, he's piloted it very well so far. A lot of pressure piled on by Paul early on, but he weathered the storm and has certainly put himself probably in the more favourable position at this stage in the game. So Kusith going to come down, targeting the Mira.
Well, that is definitely one way to play these monsters back on the field.
Yep, there it is. So, and then he's going to play that Mirror. So, targeting, what is that? An Abkalu or?
Can't really choose the buffer sword here because I believe you have to blow up one of your own guys at that point. But yeah, we are going after the Abkalu. Get another draw.
It's just absolute fuel for the Witch of the Fens gun, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, not gonna lie, when Chris was telling me about this deck, it took me 3 attempts at guessing which Mira was actually going to be in use here.
I mean, there's lots of good options in Monster Deck these days.
Yeah, originally I thought maybe the 1-drop, because he said Earth, and then I was like, no.
Great to cycle with Zombie.
Yeah, and he's like, no, 2-drop, and then immediately, even though he'd already said Earth, I thought of Lightning.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, all good options. It's almost a shame that they're all called Mira.
Yeah, exactly that.
So having a bit of a think about here. So we are paying 4. Here's the Barrett. So Vincent's going to tick down to 2.
Yeah. Now, is it a you may? I'm not sure on that one because
doesn't matter. He's done it now. Then we've got. So we've got the bash. Is he going to try and line up the bash to play as well?
Well, the problem is that you have to discard from hand regardless because he's
got the big, so that's going to tick Vincent down to 1.
Are we actually going to see this thing hit the field?
Close. Dangerously close. But with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if we've got a Gao in deck, we could turn the Abkalu into a forward. There is a world in which we may be able to do lethal, so the Vincent may still not see play.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, that big looks like an easy target for the Witch of the Fens here.
We're getting close to business time. We've got 3 minutes left on the round.
Doesn't look like Chris has quite got the firepower to make it through this, unfortunately. I mean, we can sacrifice the Abkalu to reduce the Barrett, which will then deal 2 Well, we can kill the Barret with just the Akalu and the Witch of the Fens. Sort of Mira combo. We just need one more out there so that we can take out the bigs and then we attack. But it's not going to be for lethal though. So it needs something with haste.
It really needed a Gao to be seeing lethal this turn.
Yeah.
A Gao to come down, send the Barret to bottom, all the bigs to the bottom of the deck, turn the Abkalu to a forward. But even then, I guess you need to play an extra monster, which he's got. I mean, he's got plenty to play with in hand. So, yeah, could definitely have threatened lethal, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like we're just going in for a straight-up attack.
Oh,
there, Marlene. So that is an EX burst.
That is going to get us a Cloud or Barret back.
Gets us some CP back to hand. So, yeah, grabbing another copy of Barret back.
It's another Toto Chris has drawn in hand.
Mira coming in.
We're basically at this point
Cloud.
daring Paul to block, but he's not taking the bait yet.
Yeah. I mean, why would you?
I genuinely think had we had a Goblin, we're looking at such a different outcome here right now. But looks like we are going to be going to time.
Well, we're getting close. We've got just over a minute left to play.
Yeah, don't think Chris is going to get the win this turn though. Probably looking in main phase 2 now.
Yeah, looking into LB deck, wondering what might be able to help him out. Interesting to see that he has Limit Break Shantoto in there. I'm surprised that he would have enough Earth in the deck to even cast it, but
I mean,
not that he could anyway with Toto on board. But
yeah, but I mean, so far we have seen multiple Tyros, multiple Totos, Kusiths, Miras. I mean, he's probably got it.
full shower.
But again, if we've got Cloud LB, if it's in there, is an option right now or would have been to deal with bigs actually. Yeah, well again, he still couldn't have won, but it would have been close.
Yeah.
He just needed that one more out there.
Alrighty, well, we've got 10 seconds and counting. So just gonna
like the
play
Royal Rumble,
the
counting it
Animist.
down.
I wonder if it's almost like Chris. It's like I'm gonna get up and get ready to shout time on the ring.
That is time, yep. So we are on turn 0. Does sound like my co-host Jacko is awfully stuffed up as well. And if he gives me anything like I was given something by these Cactuar lots previously, I'm a horn someone because I felt like death. Just throwing that out there. At which point I might side with YYT. You never know. If someone makes me ill. Nah, I couldn't do that. I'd rather lose a testicle. Anywho.
So looks like there are 2 other games as well as this one still going. So have gone to time.
Yeah. So we are discarding the card, getting back the Jesse.
Recycling with the Barret effect.
Yep.
Lovely. So getting things set up, ready to go.
Now, Chris playing a bomb on the last turn there as well. And we have seen Mick Allen, which is a good friend of Paul, play a sort of bomb deck that we sort of coined as Sopfoheimer, which was quite nice. So he's probably used to seeing these.
I imagine we see the Vincent come in and probably kill the Animist and Witch the Fens. So, and that is a pass of turn. So, Vincent is going to hit the board.
We've seen it. I've seen the Great Wall of China. I've even seen a grown man satisfy a camel. But I've never seen a Vincent hit the board before.
I've ever seen a man eat his own head.
No.
But you haven't seen everything. And neither have we. So Vincent coming down, so choosing his targets now, so I am imagining which the Fens will definitely be one of the 2 targets.
We are going with the Leviathan. I called it. Ah!
There it is. So discarding from hand to play it. So that is going to be removed from game and is going to stay removed from game.
Imagine calling something so obscene that we didn't see a Vincent hit the board.
Wow.
Called it.
And there it is.
I am
like
vindicated.
That. Vindication.
Certainly haven't seen everything now.
Oh.
Nope, can't play a Barret.
Paul attempting to play a Barret. Actually playing a Billy Bob. So targeting a Cloud.
Oh, okay. So are we gonna try Jesse, Cloud? But the problem, I don't think we ever make it to attacks though.
No, it all gets nuked, doesn't it?
And
Abkalu's gonna ping off. Bomb could easily ping off.
Unless we had cast the Cloud here. Is that maybe what we're thinking?
Well, Chris does have a Mist Dragon in hand, so I wonder if we're thinking about casting the Mist Dragon.
I don't see why you wouldn't. You secure. I think you basically secure the win here. Oh no!
They're gonna Lena S.
So he didn't have the
Play the
Earth.
Arceus. Lycaeus is gonna come in and play Evray. All right.
There's an interesting Lycaeus there.
And then he's going to ping, and he's going to get rid of the Evray straight away to then do and kill off this Barret.
Okay, so Barret goes.
And then again, I think Chris is basically just killing off all of these Avalanche operatives before Cloud has a chance to come in.
I mean, there's absolutely no reason why you wouldn't.
You don't need to kill the Bully Bob here.
I mean, you might as well, though. You've done it some damage, and you've still got lethal on the board next turn.
So Paul having a think about what he wants to do now. So he's now got this Cloud in hand, and there is the concession.
Oof.
So that is the end. So yeah, absolute stellar sort of back and forth there. But Chris showing the Monsters deck's worth.
Yeah,
Great little
exactly
comeback after the early pressure.
Well, sadly, we will not be able to get Chris on for the interview, seeing as though we're at round time and we do have to do some admin in the background.
Yeah, we are hosting, but if you are tuning in on the old YouTubes, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if you're here with us live, be right back. We'll catch you in a few.